Abrupt transition, and we're back.
Woo!
Welcome back, everybody. Let's. I want to hear this conversation. Let's go. I'm eating popcorn metaphorically while this is happening.
Cool. So this church is very much about, because I haven't gotten the chance to really read into it, it's all about extravagance, right?
Well, so the main thing, and the reason it's called the ecstasy of the flesh, isn't that they're like a pleasure cult. It's that it's the state religion. It's all about how ghosts are bad and how like all experience should exist within the body. And
Okay.
like it's good to destroy your ghost when you die. That's important. That's how it should be. It's all about the here and now. So yeah, it's like Christianity of the past in that it is very oppressive and like hierarchical, but it is very much not like Christianity in that it isn't about how you're going to get rewarded in the afterlife. It's about how like the here and now is everything, and it's all about getting rewarded now.
Yeah.
Awesome now.
Yeah.
Because you need to give up the afterlife because you become a crazy ghost.
Yeah, because you don't want to be a crazy ghost.
Okay, so I guess Rubik's in this sense, he doesn't like he normally dresses in such a manner that it cloaks who he is all the time, right? Like it's very bland, it's very solemn, but I think in this case he actually has like nice formal wear.
Yeah, he like dresses up a bit.
And he actually like this is one of those very rare occasions where he doesn't wear his glasses at all. So like there's no disguise to him. But he comes and sits down beside Stavro and goes, "It has been a very long time since I sat in a church."
Yeah, and she like she doesn't like look over at you, but her like posture changes kind of subtly. And she like seems to like finish whatever, prayer she was doing or whatever. And then like stands up briefly, but just to then sit down next to you.
Yeah.
And she just says, "Well, it's not too late to make things right."
It's not too late. You are right. But there is a desperate problem that I have found. And only someone like you is able to solve this problem.
And she like, narrows her eyes at you.
I know where a fledgling cult of Satara is.
Do not say that name here. And do not talk to me about cults.
So what was the blackmail on her?
Well, you know that she was involved in a bunch of cults and stuff. If it's like, yeah, I know about this cult of Satara, and then be like, and I know that you were in some culty stuff, then
okay. No, that's cool. I just wanted to make sure that we're on the same page here.
Yeah. Like you knowing about her past is leverage.
Yeah.
Completely.
Well, I know your history is spotted with that type of activity as well.
If you know that, you shouldn't.
Broke free of it, didn't you?
We're going to talk outside now.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
And she's like standing over you at this point.
Yeah.
Kind of imperiously and just like, we're going to talk outside now.
Yeah. But Rubik's doesn't have like that, I'm a bad boy who's being slapped on the hand. It's, I'm the devil sitting in the church.
Yeah.
And I know it.
You're at your leisure. Totally.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, she just like stands there until you get up and walk out the door.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, like out in the street, like she just like, as soon as you're outside, she just like grabs your arm and like pulls you over to this like little like
alleyway. Yeah.
outside the church. And it's a weird time of night where people are normally like asleep or whatever. And I think it's raining. And so she pulls you under the like eaves of this like side of the church, and it's this like dingy little courtyard thing
Okay.
with a low wrought iron gate and fence around it.
Yeah.
Some plants that are all dead. And she like pulls you under. It's like next to one of the buttresses of the cathedral. There's this little like nook where you can stay dry.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
yes. I used to be involved in all kinds of things. We all have a past. Don't
I
come
think-
here and talk about it. What do you
I
want?
needed you to know that I was serious about this. Not some wandering vagrant spreading lies. That's not really my thing.
Serious means a serious threat. You don't
Yes.
know how to respond to threats, do you?
I know many ways to respond to threats, unfortunately.
Yes, yes. Well, we're all very scary. Get to the point. What do you want?
I believe someone under my sphere of influence is being persuaded heavily, influenced even by the aforementioned demon.
Yes, I know of her and her cults. Do not say her name ever again. Not in my presence.
Hence why I was being respectful and didn't.
Anyways, this friend of yours has fallen in with the wrong crowd. What do you want done with them? Do you want them fixed? Do you want them killed and just dealt with in an appropriate way?
If I wanted them killed, I would have done it myself.
Death doesn't always stop these types.
Exactly. I want her fixed. And I am willing to erase some information of your past in records where you think it's gone so that this never comes back.
I thought I'd been very thorough. But I suppose there are always worms underfoot.
I wouldn't call us worms, but yes.
Very well. I'll help you with this problem. My rate is not too dear, I'm sure, for a man of your means. And she like hands you this like, it's essentially like it's her card basically, but it's an envelope with like some seal that you don't recognize. She just like presses it against your like chest, like into your coat.
Yeah.
Come ring at my house. I will make sure that the servants do not turn you away. We can talk about things. Bring your friend. We can talk to her.
Excellent. I will do so. I should be back within a week.
And she's like, good, I will need time to prepare.
Cool. So I think that completes action 1.
Right. Cool. I like my friend.
Action 2. Hey, Thorn. You wouldn't believe the amount of cultists I have found to your god. I too understand the way of Satara.
Like, excuse me?
Just what?
I'm
You're muted, Elf.
I'm glad that you do. Perhaps join us in a ritual sometime. We're working on finding things.
Oh, that's wonderful. I think I found someone who has many books about what you're looking for. But we must go now. And you and I, she won't trust anyone else.
Yeah, okay. Sure. Yeah. And like whatever I was doing in the Moon's Daughter, scheming in my damp basement somewhere.
Yeah.
I set aside the sort of like small object I was tinkering with that has some kind of inscriptions on it, and stand up and follow you up the stairs and out, I guess.
Yeah. We're going for a walk. So, Andrew, I think I convinced Thorn to come with me.
Yeah, that was surprisingly easy. Also, Thorn, I just did a roll off camera. Can you advance your making a ritual Satara project with 3?
Yes.
You got a little help. Cool. So,
I would if I wasn't interrupted my connection right now.
well, just kindly make a note.
I note it for later.
And so, yeah. So you're just taking her to
Straight up into the house.
into
Where-
Stavros' house, even though you said it would be a week. This is like
This is like later on. Like, this is after Thorn has returned from drowning in the lake and has reappeared, and all this.
I mean, I have
jazz
my
has
own.
happened.
I have my own downtime to do, which I guess would take place between.
Okay, and so basically, what it sounds like to me that you're doing is you're starting a long-term project to position yourself to sever the tie that Thorn has to Satara.
Yes.
Okay.
So you just tell me how many ticks
How-
this is.
How big of a clock is this? I think this is a multi-stage process.
Yeah, that was gonna be
Ah.
my advice, is that this can't just be like one clock.
Yeah, so like start an 8 clock now.
Leave her in a room with a bunny and be like, don't sacrifice the bunny to Satara.
Well, and like here's the thing. There's 2 reasons for it being long. 1, it's hard as fuck to do.
Yep.
And 2, I want to give Elf the player plenty of opportunity to like wiggle within that.
Yeah.
There are lots of fictional triggers that might like
Change how that is working.
quickly advance these or change them up, but it's a big undertaking, and it's not all like direct hands-on deprogramming of Thorn. A lot of it is like setting up rituals and like getting materials and doing, there are going to be lots of errands to run, but I think
Okay. I
an
have lots of
assessment-
money to throw at this.
an assessment between Rubik's, Thorn, and Stavril is a good first step.
Thorn is madly suspicious of whatever the fuck is happening right now, but she also isn't about to say no because she's like done what she needed to do, if you know what I mean. Like, she's handed the thing off that she was supposed to, and so it can't like go wrong at this point for her. So going with Rubik's isn't gonna negatively, if that just to rationalize why I went so easily.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I guess.
And I think Stavril's house is in Charter Hall,
Okay.
I want to say. So it's in a pretty nice neighborhood. And it's like a big ass house. It's not a house, it's more of a manor.
Yeah.
It's not at the point where it has like grounds, but it's got like high walls and it is a big mansion.
Okay.
She has many servants in her employ. She has people protecting her house. All that kind of stuff.
Cool. So, what's this? What's our first step here?
Yeah, I think it's just like you like go over for tea kind of a thing. And it's just like
Yeah, you need to she needs to talk to Thorn.
it's like a social call, but the conversation like very quickly takes this dark turn. And there's lots of like probing questions by her directed at Thorn.
So, command, I guess.
I mean, the real goal here is to, I feel like what you're trying to do in this particular case, or at least what Stavros wants to do, is just like hang out and talk and like get a sense of, she's just trying to get a read on
Get a
Thorn.
sense of how fucked she is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how deep it runs, right?
Like a study.
So this could be, well, but Stavros doing the actual study.
Oh,
Like she's definitely
Yeah.
studying. But what Rubik's needs to provide is the opportunity for her to work. So it
So,
could be like
consort, I
consort,
guess.
where it's
Yeah.
just like you just need to like
I
buy
just
time
keep-
and talk and
Yeah.
I think it would be that.
Okay.
I don't know.
I get-
important question. Is Thorn giving a helping die?
No.
Right.
God damn it.
Just figured I'd ask.
Okay.
This early in the process, like any kind of like, I mean,
Well, and-
if the conversation is like, let me tell you about Satara, like,
Yeah, it's something like that. I would
maybe
imagine.
maybe she is.
Yeah. Here's the thing, right? It's not so much that like she's deliberately like, I want to get fixed. It's just like, does her personality result in her helping? Even though she doesn't necessarily know.
Yeah,
that
I think definitely if Stavros' like line of questioning is very much like, tell me about what is going on, like, you know. Like,
and yeah, she's very shrewd and really adept at asking questions that, though they are innocuous, bring out really dark answers.
All right.
Something about
Thorn
her,
provides a great many dark answers.
yeah, like
Cool.
she just kind of teases them out of you in weird ways.
So let's roll this then, because
Yeah,
roll 20s
Yeah.
down.
yeah, just roll it manually.
6211.
Okay, so yeah, you can mark 3 segments on your clock.
Okay. When I can.
Yeah, exactly.
I will also use my foresight to continue this project.
Looks like it may have just come back.
Or you're weaving the web or whatever it is.
Yeah. Calculating.
Calculating. That's
Did it come back up? Can I roll on here now?
It looks
yeah,
like it.
seems to be good.
Okay.
And yeah, so like subsequent steps are going to be like bringing her materials to like, because essentially it's going to culminate in her like performing this ritual,
Yeah.
which, you know, she doesn't tell you about that quite yet, but she says that there's a process, a way of
Yeah.
And so yeah, there's like lots of stuff that she needs you to get, which you could do by like consorting, because it's just a matter of like leveraging your contacts to like find these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's another 2 ticks, I think.
Yeah, great.
Cool. Spend a coin.
Oh man, just gunning.
Oh no, this is happening.
And yeah, so it's just like she's like, oh, I need this, and like these complicated things need to be set up and arranged for this, and you're just like, cool, done.
Okay, I'm going to
Cases
like
full of money.
I'm going to go like command stuff or like command levies that I own and all that fun jazz.
Yeah, you're like Rubik's is calling in a lot of favors and
5,
yep. So another 2.
2. Okay. Spend another coin. It doesn't matter what I roll. That clock's complete.
Yeah, so you can spend 1 coin to just bump the effect up for this to make it give you 3.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay,
can
cool.
spend
So I
a
just
coin to
spend a
bump
coin to
the
up the
result
effect.
up during downtime. So
Okay. So I
Yeah.
still have it. 2. No, I see.
No,
what
you
you're
still
saying.
spend the
Never mind.
coin.
It's like-
Yeah.
Yeah.
so 1 half dozen in the other.
Yeah.
in this case.
Cool. So we do that. So the probing is done.
Yeah, and so what would the next step be? So she has all the information she needs and a bunch of the materials that she needs. So now it's a matter of undertaking a ritual. So go ahead and make a 4 count clock for setting up the ritual, and then we have to actually perform the ritual, which is a matter of strapping Thorn to a table, basically, at some point.
Okay.
But
So
let's give Thorn a chance to do some stuff.
Yeah, can I
Yeah.
like do a thing?
You can absolutely do a thing.
So I have to go and relieve my stress. So I'm gonna go drown. As I generally do.
As you do.
Sounds very stress relieving.
Head to the Hooded Proprietor, get my
Um,
nice quiet room.
If I may,
Yeah.
Brix wants to go with you.
Of course. Of course. Come with me. Yes. Yes.
Brix just wants to go along with anything you're doing right now. He's following you around like a dog who smells a bone or meat or whatever.
So
Like peanut butter? I don't know.
Brix wants to drown in you.
I drag Brix along with me in terms of just like he doesn't really know what he's going to do.
And yeah, Brix is like healing really quickly. Like the next day he's fine, even though he got stabbed in the guts quickly.
Man, I wish I healed that quickly.
Yeah, no, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. So I go with Brix to the
Hooded Proprietor.
The Hooded Proprietor.
And yeah, I think the Hooded Proprietor has like moved since the last time you went there. But you're always able to find it through like, asking around. You know the right channels through which to connect with it. And so previously it was in Crowsfoot.
Yeah.
I think they've moved to Char Hollow now.
Okay.
Something to do with like celestial alignments or whatever. Like it like kind of makes sense to Thorn based on your like occult knowledge. You're like, oh yeah, it is that like Gemini, whatever is
yeah.
something, it's some shit like that.
Of course, the the eyes of the moon or whatever.
Yeah, and so now it's in this like, it's like an old boathouse that's like in the underground. So it's on the edge of the district on the canal, and you like go in through this like tunnel for a while, which is like a canal tunnel. So there's like a body of water underneath the city.
So like I follow this dark tunnel that I've really not been to before, unless the Hooded Proprietor's been here before while I've been frequenting.
The Hooded Proprietor has never been in the same place twice that you know of.
All right.
And so this particular building is like it's like some kind of industrial space that they've set up in now. And so there's like essentially almost like a milk crate on its side with some bottles in it. They're still polishing a glass, and there's like a metal table that they've brought in that like doesn't
still
quite
polishing
fit
a glass.
But then the whole space is just like rusty metal machine stuff, and the water is all like brown with rust, and everything like smells kind of old and musty, and as per usual, the like proprietor's voice sounds like it's coming from somewhere else, and they're just like, 2 rooms then.
Thorn gives the proprietor, the typical like, yes, I brought a friend. I'll yes, separate rooms. It's no good if you're with another person. Too much distraction.
Yes. No indulgences of the flesh in the rooms, separate rooms.
Of course. I'm where are the rooms now?
You, and he like is looking at Thorn, like, you, number 3. And then like looks over at Brix, and there's like a pause, which is very unusual for the provider, and there's like, this one, number 7.
Thank you, sir. you know, and I head down the like side hallway of the rusted like corrugated metal,
And yeah, like
ankle deep water.
by way of explanation, like as you're partway down the hall, you just hear the proprietor's voice be like, "Deeper water in number 7. That one's too big for the other rooms." And yeah, like Bricks is just like giving you this look as you're like opening your door, and there are all these like ship style, like there's a ring that you have to turn, and I think like Thorn isn't strong enough to turn this one. It's kind of jammed, and so like Bricks reaches around you,
Okay.
and with his big burly arms, with like Leviathan tattoos, just like like turns this thing, and all this rust like falls away.
Thank you.
What is this place? What are you doing here?
This is where I come to relax, to speak to the powers that wish to speak to me, and to those whose voices echo in darkness.
And he's like still holding the thing, and so you're like still like inside of his arms, and he like leans in closer. And what do you do afterwards?
I leave and go elsewhere.
And that doesn't seem to satisfy him, and he's just like giving you this look. And it's clear he's like thinking.
You're.
And you can hear what he's thinking.
Oh yeah? What can I hear?
And it's less words and more just this like animal lusting sensation. And there's something like, like regular humans don't feel emotions as strongly as he's feeling them right now. Like there's something weird going on, but it's also like he's like really like virile and strong and sexy. If you're into that kind of thing, I don't know. Is Thorn into that kind of thing?
Thorn is into tentacles, so the tattoos are doing it for her, but like not a whole lot else right now.
Okay, yeah, it's like clear that he wants to get down, and he's just like, "Don't leave without me." And like pushes the door or pulls the door out, and it makes this like horrific,
like screeching iron noise. Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't leave without you. I'll wait. You have to wait. If I take longer, I can never know.
You don't need to worry about me waiting for you.
Your room is down there.
Yeah, and like as he's walking down the corridor, he just like takes off his shirt. And he gets naked and goes into his, and Dead Man floats in the
hell yes
water.
Go into number 3, pull the screechy door closed behind me, and float face down in the water until I get visions of lovely, lovely Sitara.
Great. Go ahead and roll your vice.
Yeah. And I had a friend, so I get a bonus die. 5. Sweet. Deal.
Would you like to indulge again?
No, I would not. I feel like overindulging again would be a bad idea.
It worked out so well last time.
Yeah. So I spend the hour or whatever it is, like the time that I spend floating face down like a bloated corpse, and wake up suddenly, and I leave room 3. And where is Briggs?
Bricks is standing outside of the door to your room or whatever, and he's in like all of his clothes are soaking wet. He's like hauled his jeans back on. He's still not wearing a shirt, and like Thorn took good notice of his tattoos. So yeah, you see that they've moved. The arrangement is completely different. Yeah, his hair is like wet and like clinging to his skull. It's all slicked back. He's got like some rust in his beard.
And Thorn immediately would be like, the tentacles moved from last time. I took careful notice, and they're not in the same place. Why?
And he like smiles, kind of wolfishly. He's like, "Oh, you noticed, did you?" And like as he says this, like one of them like wriggles across his chest, and like they like shift. Do you want to see them all?
Get it, girl.
I know a place, and he walks out.
She follows him.
Cool. Well, we all know what happens next. Any other
Probably.
downtime?
I feel like Thorn is like. I feel like Thorn is like I don't know. She's like not asexual, but she just like doesn't understand that that's like the motivation for anything, because everything is about cult stuff and worship.
I mean, he is a cult thing.
And that's the thing, right? Like
Which I
that,
think
and
is what
that's
does it for
why,
her, right?
and that's why it does it for her. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
There you go.
anyways, any other downtime actions?
I have to heal. So I
Are
need
you
to go
gonna go
see.
see
I need to
your
go
good
see
friend, the
Melvir,
doctor?
my favorite dog. Oh wait, I went to see Needle last time, didn't I?
I can't remember.
I think you went and saw Needle.
I went and saw
I think
Needle.
you've seen both now. Do you want to go see Melvir or Needle?
I'm gonna go see Needle, cause Needle is more my speed.
Perfect.
Oh.
Okay. Um, yeah, so Needle, like, you go to her house, she lets you in. It's the usual where she doesn't talk very much. Um, I think you get some acupuncture this time, and there's like incense going on. And at one point, as she's pulling the needles out of you,
Get it?
she just says, and you do know, don't you?
Do you know?
And like, is this the same day that you indulge your vice or a different day?
Yes, same day.
Same day. It's like later that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, you don't know.
Do you know what? Don't know what?
And like as she's, and it's like acupuncture, but they go in really deep. Like some of them like fully pierce through you. And so as she's sliding this like super long needle that's running like this way through your arm, as she's pulling this out of your arm, she's just like, you're pregnant. And it's like,
Thorn is just really confused.
and yeah, as she drops it into this metal tray next to you, she's like, the spirits say so. And this is like the most words she's ever spoken to you, also.
The spirits told you?
And she gives you this look that just is like, don't be stupid.
Maybe it's Tara. Somehow. It must be important. She doesn't really know how to like process that particular information. It was not something she was planning to hear.
Yeah, and as she's pulling out another needle from like, something like near one of your wounds, she's just like, make sure you eat a lot of, what would it be, like eel liver.
Yes,
You'll need it.
I will. I'll eat a lot of eel liver. Yes. I have to speak to people.
I have to go talk to someone.
I have to
And I think
speak
like
to-
her demeanor softens a little bit. And she like is standing in front of you, having pulled the last of these like massive acupuncture needles out of you, and just says, it is a difficult thing. I can help you with what follows. Come to me if you feel sick. Or when
yes.
it's time.
Yes, I will. I will come. I will come to you, Needle, and I will bring myself here. Can I attune? I feel like the natural reaction for Thorn is just to like search the ghost field for answers. I don't
Cool.
really know.
What do you I mean, yeah, if you just want to like gather info.
I don't really know. She's just like real confused. It would be like I want to ask some questions, you know, like
Yeah.
and
Yeah, you can
maybe
gather info using a tune.
and maybe the ghost field will provide.
I mean,
This is an additional action, though, correct?
I feel like this can happen within this one
Okay.
downtime. It's like relevant to her
It's
medical
relevant to the
checkup
medical
that she's
checkup, yeah.
receiving.
So is that risky standard, I guess? Just the same?
I mean, yeah, just roll it. Standard.
Okay. 6.
Okay.
Do I get questions?
You can ask me a couple questions from your list.
I gotta scroll back up to where you posted my list that one time.
I mean, I can read it out.
I know, I got it.
Okay.
What is arcane or weird here?
Oh.
You.
How to answer this? So give me a little bit more context for like what you attuning is looking like here.
Thorn sort of like while Needle is talking to her, Thorn keeps talking, but it's nonsense. Like it starts to be something. There's like, you know, like I'll bring myself back here, and I'll come here when you need and it just like
And then
turns
just,
into
nonsense.
nothing. Like just like weird gibberish, you know? Like she doesn't
So you totally
she
have
can't
an
control her own
out-of-body
tongue.
experience.
Yeah.
You start like Needle doesn't see you like babble because you're like out of your own body, just like babbling into the air, and you're in this like freeze frame of the space, like looking down at yourself. And like you see your body like stand up and walk out the door, and you like drift along behind it, and there's this like montage of you like going back to the hideout or wherever you're going next. And you can see like Needle's house and everything is in this like really shady part of town that's full of ghosts, and like you know this. And as you're watching yourself walk around in it, you see ghosts just like you have this like large sphere around you that ghosts are avoiding.
It's just like an aura of
You can
like
cross paths with them and they
terror.
like scurry out of the way or like slip around you.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that in your belly there's this like it would it looks like it's a light radiating except it's black.
Great! Just what I wanted to hear. Super good.
And yeah, your footsteps are leaving like inky black seawater footsteps.
Can Birch be the Godfather?
The fucking body horror is real right now.
Do you have any other questions you'd like to ask?
I definitely have another question. What is hidden or lost here?
Oh. Satara is hidden or lost here.
Oh no! That's what I thought. Oh shit. Fuck.
Yeah, like in this like dissociated moment, I think it ends with you like starting to have the feeling of drowning and this like floating feeling. And you hear like whispers of like it's a mixture of like Satara's voice and then like things moving in water around you. And then you're like at like a table with this plate of eels in front of you, just like mechanically stuffing your face with them.
Just
Like specifically like eel liver.
my body has been acting on its own on the last piece of advice it was given, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Like some part of you was like, yeah, okay, I have to go do this.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's your
Well,
Well, I'm
shit.
even more happy that I'm throwing money at this problem now.
So you have a recovery clock. And it advances based on a quality roll by Needle, which is 2d6. She rolls a 3, so you get 1 segment on your healing clock. You're welcome to spend coin to bump it up.
I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
Or you can like spend coin to get another run at it if you want to do it.
That's what I would prefer to do. Just like
I'll just make another roll.
Yeah, just make another roll.
Because like over the following week, you can like go in for multiple treatments. So that gets you another 2.
I need 4, right?
Yes.
So I bumped the quality on that one with another coin.
Okay, great. Yeah. So basically, you spend 2 more coin, and your clock rolls over.
Yeah.
Your heart drops down 1
So
level.
all my stuff goes down. That's good. It's perfect. I have 1 more coin.
You can put it in your stash.
Fuck my stash.
Has she ever
Yeah,
put
that's
anything into her stash?
I have
Because
one.
like playing
Birch
for
has
that way
6
is
and
the
he's in
least
prison.
One thing I can imagine.
I have one more coin, and I'm going to spend it to work on my long-term project, Cult of Satara. In the original like Crowsfoot territory.
Oh yeah, the like developing a following of Satara
Yes.
in Crowsfoot.
With this new information, I mean,
I mean, I feel like this can also kind of almost happen by accident too, of just like you walking through there, you just being in that area starts changing people.
oh no, what have I done? What the fuck is going on? Okay, cool. And so that fills that clock, by the way. It doesn't matter what I roll. It's only got
Mhm.
one segment
Yeah,
left.
no, I know.
So,
Good.
This is like the Omen.
so that fills that clock. Thorn realizes that she has to talk to her demon friend again very soon. Very
Mhm.
soon.
hmm
This is new information to her.
Well, maybe let's wrap up for the night because
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
getting to that time.
I am still throwing money.
Oh my
we can
god.
pick up-
Ritual.
we can pick up where we left off.
God,
Next time,
no.
just
I let you have your actions.
If we pursue that thing, it's going to be like a whole thing that
Yeah.
we're going to have to deal with. So we'll continue.
I
it
think we
sometime,
should continue it. Yeah.
but it's going to get really tangled.
Sean, I realized that you didn't do any downtime actions, and I feel really bad that I hogged the downtime spotlight.
It's fine. I'm gonna like train in prison or something if I
Sweet.
can do that.
Yeah, you can totally like lift weights in prison. There are also some things you can work towards developing.
Yeah.
in prison.
Sweet.
I'll do that.
Again,
do that
we'll
later.
like finish the downtime stuff like start of next week.
Yeah.
Because I know that Rubik's has more. They
I
want to
made a
do.
new character, so
You have a new character?
I have a new character.
Yay!
Yeah, so
What's their
that's
name?
that. Song.
Song.
Yeah,
I like it. We will hear more about this character next.
we will. We should do XP real quick.
Yeah, I guess we should gun through XP and then all of that
Okay,
business.
so we'll start with crew XP.
Yeah.
Did you execute a successful battle, extortion, sabotage, or smash and grab?
Yes,
Yes.
we did.
Yes.
Yes. So that levels
Elf, you got this?
crew,
Yeah, I got
that
it.
advances the crew.
Yeah, we got an
Um,
advance.
Cool.
Contend with
Good
challenges
that.
above your current station.
Yes.
Definitely yes.
Yeah.
Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. And in fact, actually, to backpedal to the previous one, Birch totally did a side job trying to take on Vey directly. So
Yeah.
I am lobbying for you guys getting 2 experience for that.
Yes,
yeah,
I
100%.
support that.
I'm down.
Because he went really out of his way to do that. And I want to reward that behavior.
It was glorious. It was wonderful.
So the crew's
Bolster your
reputation.
crew's reputation or develop a new one.
Ambitious.
Express the goals, drives, or inner conflict or essential nature of the crew.
I feel like
That's a given.
That's
too.
like always a 2. Like,
yeah, that's the main thing y'all are pursuing. It's not money or fame. It's each other's.
It's
throats.
each other's
Yeah,
throats.
let's
yeah.
go right for him.
So
Okay, great.
we have it advanced. So keep that in
Yeah.
mind, everybody. And
Yeah,
we'll
we'll keep that in
we'll
mind.
decide on what to spend it on later. Who's next?
Let's start with Birch.
Yeah, I'm in prison. You're just a challenge to tracking your violence. Yes, once. I shot that dude a few times.
And I mean, we're also like trying to like survey things, and you went and tracked down Cross and did stuff. Like,
Oh yeah, that's fair. I'll take that.
you were doing a bunch of things. I'm gonna advocate for you since you're not advocating for yourself.
Oh, I appreciate it. You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I think I get 2 on that.
Definitely.
I definitely think you
It's
do,
all about
yeah.
your like former Spirit Warden stuff and the things that you believe in, like how Satara is bad.
You struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session. I actually don't feel stupor came up. Like
No.
I just
No, if you had been like getting all punchy with those
Yeah.
3 people in the room that you were fighting or something, but you were or just
Yeah.
like really clinical and professional on a job.
Yeah.
Except,
It's like,
for the falling off of stuff.
it happens,
Yeah.
There's a box that broke.
Yeah.
Everyone
could you
falls
do?
down,
Yeah.
I mean,
especially when they're haunted.
I rolled 4 1s in a row, so I mean,
So
you know.
bad things happen. You roll with it.
Yeah.
Rubik's.
Cool. You address the challenge with Preparation or calculation? Oh, dear God, yes. You express your beliefs, tribes, heritage, or background. Yeah.
And then
Like,
vice or trauma.
paranoid. Lots of it. Obsessed about maintaining his guild or his cult. Or
Yeah,
his
maintaining
gang.
his cult.
Yeah.
Obsessed with maintaining his
Gang.
slips.
Yeah.
Great. And Thorn.
You address a challenge with knowledge or arcane power. A lot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I compelled something I don't think I should have compelled, but
And you actually pulled it off, which is cool.
yeah, it worked. So that's cool. Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Hang on 1 second. Don't forget to add the 3 slices to your rituals to Satara
Oh yeah.
clock because
Roll20 was down.
giving her the eye bumped you along on that.
Okay. Yes, but you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I think so.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You believe in Satara
I sure do.
unto death and weirder things than death.
I sure do.
I got
You consistently play into your whole like street charlatan thing as well.
And you struggled with issues from your vice or trauma during the session. I mean, my trauma is that I'm unstable, and my vice is that I drown.
Yeah, like the whole bit where you were just like, okay, cool, let's all just murder these people.
When
and,
I was like, come my hobo cultists, you
Yeah.
know, like, let us prison shank these 2 guys. And then when they were like, I'm gonna flay this guy and open up his body and just do whatever, and she was like, yep, that's cool. That seems
that makes sense. That's
pretty
what you
unstable to me. So, you know.
Yeah, I think that whole scene at least gets you one on.
Yeah, I think that's
trauma.
you're probably right. It's probably a 1. Cool, awesome. That's me. I got an advance, so I get to do that.
Since this, well, maybe not for next session, but in general, Birch now has an advance. Vengeful. You gain an additional XP trigger.
Mhm.
You got payback against someone who harmed you or someone you care about. If your crew helped you get payback, also mark crew XP. So,
Vengeful is great.
yeah.
People
I was
always
going to
get-
take something else, but
Yeah.
given the events of the evening, Vengeful seems appropriate.
Cool. Well, Sean, where can people find you on the internet if they want to find you?
They can find me at Hyena Spots on Twitter and well, pretty much just about everywhere. You can find me right here Monday nights. Come,
You're not going to
come
change
watch
your
us.
Twitter to @IronHook?
Yeah. Oh, I should. But Hyena Spots for now.
How about you, Catalyst?
You can find me on Twitter as well at Catalyst7 and here on Mondays. That's about it.
Andrew?
You can find me on Twitter at Commuting Crow, and all my internets are connected there. Interesting things I am doing is other shows on Thursdays and Fridays, and developing a hack of Blades in the Dark for doing magical girl style stories called Girl by Moonlight. I'm going to post a bunch of VODs later tonight to my YouTube channel that are all my like development chats and stuff that I've been doing on Twitch. So you can check those out if you're interested. And I'm scrambling to get a playtest bundle put together soon, hopefully. It's hard, but I'm going to try.
Yes. Yes. Dude.
I would be happy to playtest that with a group, with you not there, just to give you feedback.
Oh yeah, if
that's-
you didn't, I was just going to excommunicate you.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, I mean,
I mean, there you go. And I'm Distracted Elf. Serve Satara. If you don't, her tentacles will rise from the deep and curl around your extremities and pull you down into the black inky depths. Bye!